The power gaze is a technique that can be used in any situation where you want to assert yourself and be taken seriously by others. It involves making eye contact, but not just at the surface level, but rather looking deeper, as if you are peering into the other person's soul. This creates a piercing gaze that conveys confidence and determination. When executed correctly, the power gaze can make people feel like they are being seen and acknowledged, and that you are not someone to be taken lightly. It is a subtle form of nonverbal communication that can be used in any situation where you want to assert yourself and be taken seriously. For example, in a business meeting, if you want to make a point and be taken seriously, you can use the power gaze to convey confidence and assertiveness. This can be especially effective when you are trying to persuade others to see things from your perspective or to agree with your proposal. In a negotiation or a conflict resolution situation, the power gaze can be a powerful tool for conveying your determination and willingness to stand your ground. It can also be used to show that you are not easily intimidated and that you are not afraid to assert yourself. In a social setting, the power gaze can be used to convey dominance and assertiveness. For example, if you are at a party and you want to assert yourself and be taken seriously, you can use the power gaze to convey confidence and dominance. This can be especially effective if you are trying to assert yourself in a group setting where there may be many people vying for attention. The power gaze is a technique that can be mastered with practice and can be a powerful tool for asserting yourself and being taken seriously in any situation. However, it's important to use it in an appropriate way and not to overuse it, as it can come across as aggressive or arrogant if overused. A study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that people who make prolonged eye contact, similar to the power gaze, were perceived as more dominant and more confident by others. Additionally, research has shown that prolonged eye contact can increase feelings of trust and cooperation between individuals in a negotiation or conflict resolution setting. An experiment published in the journal Social Influence found that when individuals made prolonged eye contact, they were rated as more dominant and more likely to influence the outcome of a negotiation. The study also found that these individuals were rated as more honest and less likely to be influenced by the other person. Another study conducted at the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota discovered that when individuals make prolonged eye contact, it can lead to increased levels of cooperation in group settings. This can be especially beneficial in group decision-making situations where a leader needs to assert themselves and gain support from others. It is important to remember that while the power gaze can be an effective tool, it should be used in conjunction with other forms of communication, such as verbal assertiveness and body language, to effectively assert oneself and convey confidence. For example, in a business meeting, if you want to make a point and be taken seriously, you can use the power gaze in combination with a strong, confident tone of voice and assertive body language. This can help to further convey your determination and conviction in your ideas and proposals. Additionally, it is important to note that the power gaze should not be used in a confrontational or aggressive manner. This can come across as threatening or intimidating and can lead to negative reactions from the other person. Instead, the power gaze should be used in a calm and assertive manner, as a way to show confidence and determination without being confrontational. In order to effectively use the power gaze, it's important to practice and be aware of your own body language and nonverbal cues. This includes maintaining good posture, making confident and steady eye contact, and using confident and assertive body language. It's also important to be aware of the other person's nonverbal cues, such as their own level of eye contact, body language, and facial expressions. This can help you gauge their level of receptiveness to your power gaze and adjust your approach accordingly. In conclusion, the power gaze is a technique that can be used to assert oneself and be taken seriously in any situation. However, it's important to use it in an appropriate way and not to overuse it, as it can come across as aggressive or arrogant if overused. Additionally, It should be used in conjunction with other forms of communication, such as verbal assertiveness and body language, to effectively assert oneself and convey confidence. With practice and awareness of nonverbal cues, the power gaze can be a powerful tool for effectively communicating and asserting oneself in any situation.